Hello everyone, Southern Star 71 here. We're going to play Moonshine Incorporated. We're going to do a new game for this playthrough, and this is the tutorial probably to start with. So here we go. New game. As it loads in.
Our hometown just ain't big enough for you. It's never been. You finally decide to leave and make a name for yourself in the city. But it's not that easy, is it? Work's hard to come by. The city's not a friendly place. Finally, you find a job in a mob-controlled pub. Not a dream come true, sure, but you meet people, you learn things. You remember your big dreams and start a business with like-minded friends. Still, your actions don't go unnoticed. All it takes is one tip from your ex-employers, and it all goes down the drain. A police raid. The business is over. Fortunately, you are out of town. Unfortunately, you have to stay out permanently. You pack your bags and return back home to the mountains. But it's not all that bad. With the help of your great uncle and the best little sister in the world, that's me, you start a new business, Moonshining. Ready to chase some big dreams again.
And that's the intro. Worthy from the Mountains, Chapter 1. One day, a young moonshiner sets up a small operation in a peaceful forest in the distant mountains. Will he be able to make his fortune, or will the hardships of the trade and the police turn out to be too much for him? Time to find out. Time to play Moonshine Incorporated. So, let's go! This is Grunkle Donald, it's great uncle. Here's your grandpop's, my brother's old moonshine base. No one's used it since forever, but maybe it'll be of use to you. And you have a lot to learn. Still, as you can see, the whole thing's in its sorry state. We should check to see what's what. You can start by moving around the base to see all the buildings that are available. Use swatches to move around. You can take closer, use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. You can finally rotate the camera with Q or E. Q that way and E this way. Yep. Now that's done, let's talk about Moonshine. Now that that's done, let's talk about Moonshine. That's what we're here for after all. It's true. Make some moonshine. Oh, we're gonna pause this. First, the very basis of moonshine are the ingredients used. Let's see what we have in storage by pressing the main button. Inventory. Let's press the storage button. It seems we have less than the hill of spoiled beans. No matter, we can always go to the store and buy us some ingredients. Here, let me show you on the map where the store is at. Here's the map. The store's right here. This is the map. I'll tell you more about it later. But for now, let's check out the store. They have good offers sometimes.
What are you looking for?
Well, there's a lot to look at today. Not a lot to look at today. What it'll do. Let's buy ourselves some demerit sugar. 150 kilograms. We want 50. Well, we got 52. Oh well. Now, Barbados sugar, 50 kilograms. Get exactly 50 if we can. Yep. Alright, let's pay and skedaddle. Press buy.
Thank you.
Now that the shopping's done, let's figure out what equipment we going to be needing for this. Back to the base. The place is pretty empty, to be fair. But there should be a fermentation tank in storage. You can access it directly from the fast brightest placement window. Place fermentation tank. Also get grain. We're going to little different spot than before. Oh, that right fine smell of a fermentation tank. What a delight. Thanks to this thing here, we can transform sugar into alcohol. Now we should hire someone to help us. Your poor grunkle is so very old after all and thirsty, but I digress. The worker HQ. Recruitment tab. Well, not a huge amount in all rookies, but I reckon that makes sense. None of the folks in the area knows you yet. But this guy seems like a good start. A little wet by the ears, but he'll learn fast. He is so lazy. Slow learner, lazy, back pain. Can we not? We have to choose him. What's the an offer? Well, since he's lazy and slow learner and has back pain, no signing bonus. Oh, I can't adjust this at all. So I have to just send the offer. Be working hard at the pub. Okay. Let's recruit a second worker so we have enough hands to start. You can try to negotiate, but remember the worker might be insulted if the offer's too low. He's cheap, he's a slow learner, he's lazy. Let's go for the cheap guy. Reduce salary. So we're going to like halfway, 274. Well, 4 levels low as we go. So we'll start. We'll see the offer. He's cheap after all. We got 3 offers left. I hear you got a job. I reckon I can do it for 548. Best I can do is 411 and no bonus. Come on, let's move money for a pretty ring for a sweetheart. Okay. Let's give him $100 up front. Well, 113, yeah. And then raise the salary up to 4 1/4. Best I can do is 4 1/4 a week and 113 bucks. Come on. Oh, he still wants a ring. So we'll go to 450 and bring this on up to 200. 2 1/4. There we go. That's good. I don't think many folk will agree. Ooh. So I'll have to hire this guy, I guess. Let's go 450. Give him a signing bonus of 449. That's good. Well, he's still saving money. Just like the other guy for a sweetheart. We can go 475. And leave the signing bonus right here. Okay. So he'll sign for that. Open the list of workers. Oh, right here. Workers have traits, which might be good or bad. When I was younger, I had all the good traits and the bad ones. Depends on who you ask. Slow learner, lazy, back pain. Each time workers be doing a task, they get experience. It can be used to promote them to a specialization. And each specialization gives a bonus to different types of tasks. So specialize the heck out of them. Perfect. Now let's you got yourself a crew. We can start shining. But first, let's make sure everything's in place in the base. Okay. Let's check the workshop to craft what we need. You can access all the apparatus in the base and see their status and condition. Here in the workshop, you can access the apparatus in the base. Oh, same thing. Craft. Distillation. During your adventure, your business endeavor is, you will have access to lots of skills or stills that will differ by capacity, material, and so on. For now, let's stick to the basic 200 liter still. Your ABCs. It usually takes a bit, but not too long, so don't worry about nothing. Press create. It takes 12 hours to create this. Power of 10, reflex rate 0%. It's a basic contraption. As long as you're not too ambitious, you'll be fine. Excuse me. So we'll create this. Let's go to the base and see what we can install. See where we can install this. Workers check, ingredients check, beautiful fermentation tank check. Oh heck, we don't forgot about a distillation still, kid. Place the distillation still press in the proper area. Put it right there. Ah, everything's finally ready. Let's go to the batch hub and plan production. Here you'll find the list of your batches. They're good looking for a cook-in. From here you can also access and set up the different steps of production. Let's start a new batch. Let's set everything up in this here place. You can create a blueprint for the whole process. Choose the alcohol, ingredients, and apparatuses. The only restriction, you have to match an existing recipe. You know some of them, but others will need to be discovered. First off, let's choose one ingredient. How about Barbados sugar? Sounds so exotic. Since that's done, we need somewhere to ferment the stuff. We do have a fermentation tank, right? We do. Yeasts are divided in categories. They allow you to craft recipes by altering the potency of your ingredients' flavors. Those in the first category, called simple, aren't very potent. You'll get access to stronger ones later on. The flavor chart changes when you add ingredients. Each ingredient has its own flavor and effect on the chart. You need to match the flavor of a recipe to be able to make it. For now, we don't have a match, but a little birdie told me that if we add Damara, we'll get much closer to the recipe. So we're going to add Damara sugar. When you have a recipe in the flavor chart, you can select it in order to lock it. Then, if you make any modifications, the recipe's flavor target will be retained. Choose the raw gut recipe. As you can see, we have a match, but it ain't too accurate. Balance the quantity to make it a 100% match. So we're going to slide this, going lower, so we go this way. We want 100% match, it said. We got 99, and it stopped. That's right, perfect. All matching and ready for batching. We just need to add a distillation apparatus and we're all set. Your first batch. You youngins grow up so fast. When I can see, you've made the right recipe. Start production and let's continue. So we're going to create. And now it's time to set up the fermentation process. This is the fermentation window where you'll plan the first step of production. You have to set the temperature, quantity, mixing, timing, everything. Temp, quantity, mixing, timing. The fermentation diagram summarizes the whole process. The ingredients and equipment that you choose, the more complex, the more details you'll see. The sugar so the mash, the yeast, and the water goes in and it ferments. You can view the apparatus that you use for the fermentation process. Its durability affects the efficiency of production. The lower the apparatus's durability, the bigger the chance that you'll lose the product. Cleanliness is also crucial if you want to avoid introducing unwanted flavors into your take. A 100% flavor match will ensure you avoid any unpleasant surprises. Here we choose the yeast that'll be thrown into the tank. Remember that each yeast has different aromas and will yield different results. Let's start with a ballast option, simple Kindle. We had to choose the simple powder. Now we have to fill the tank by adding mash and water. Be careful with the quantity of sugar you add because too much will overwhelm the yeast and kill it. Fill the tank with a minimum 190 liters and reach 17 to 22% sugar. So we want at least 190. Need 17 to 22 sugar. So halfway would be anything they have. Well, stop at the 17th ingredient. Later on, you'll be able to unlock tech that will allow you to modify the temperature. So that's later on. We don't have any technology right now to modify the temperature. Here we have the fermentation timeline. You can choose when you want to stop the process. At some points, different flavors might appear, which are roasted by colored bubbles. Those four. Try to reduce the time to 20 hours and avoid an excess of additional flavors. So, yeah, now everything's all fine and dandy. You can start the fermentation process. The worker will fill the tank and the process will begin. Okay. Just going to we're not quite there, but we're doing what makes us do, so we're doing it. You can see your workers bringing water and mash to the tank, hardworking little bees that be. Fermentation is a long process, so how about we speed up time? You have 3 different speed settings. Normal speed, 4 times, and 8 times. Speed's on 8 times. Next, the recipe book. I'm going to pause this though. Welcome to the recipe map. This is where the unlockable recipes are going to be. There's 4 types of spirit. Moonshine, which is here. Brandy, whiskey, and vodka. And 3 complexities, cheap, fine, and premium. For now, you don't know a ton of recipes. But let me tell you how to discover more. Please do. Each recipe has a radius, which will expand depending on the quality that you achieve with making a batch. When the radius hits another recipe, you'll get a hint about it. Each hint brings you closer to finding a new liquor. It's your God-given duty to discover every recipe and make it premium quality, to honor your ancestors, or at least to honor my wishes for each one. Now let's check out your recipes. Press Moonshine. This is the recipe you discovered when you done this last batch. You can see all the different elements, the main ingredient, the flavor chart, the ethanol percentage, and so on. Cheap. When you don't know everything about a recipe, this is how it looks. Each hint reveals a little something. Each alcohol type has its own tab. With each time, you'll discover everything. With time, you'll discover everything. Yep. Close the window. We'll unpause this. Waiting for this to ferment. We're to the tutorial for Moonshine Inc. Okay. Now the fermentation is done, we can start the distillation. Head back to the batch hub. But first of all, we're going to check these. Well, we can't. We'll go to open the batch hub. Set the distillation. Okay. Here we go. The second step of alcohol making. Let's set this thing up. Distillation is a subtractive step. Each jar contains a fraction of the final product, both in terms of flavor and ethanol value. Selecting the ones you want to keep and the one you want to discard will let you find balance. So we got 19%. We want 30 though. Or 20. Okay. We need to pick 3 jars. Set the flame rate higher in order to speed the process. Okay. Now let's specify which jars you want to get rid of or to keep. Recipe requires 20% ethanol. But let's have between 20 and 30%. Give ourselves a bit of leeway. Well, everybody, let's do this. We got 4 jars selected. Oh, we're between 20 and 30 here. Okay. Maybe that's why I went ahead and did it. Create this. So, let's swing it. Take a look at how things are back in the place. Wait for this process to end. So we're going to run this. There we go. It's about to be done now. Was it? Now that this is on, we can bottle the product. Let's open it up the batch hub and check out the production level. Set up bottling. Okay, we want 22% ethanol. We want 20 though. We got 22. This is the final point, but you can modify things. Fortify or dilute the product. You set it right. So let's bottle this done. The same goes for fortifying. What you can do now is dilute it. That'll help you beat the ethanol requirements and it'll increase the volume of the product. But be careful, too much water will decrease the quality. Reach 20%. There we go. The quality is influenced by several parameters. The flavor match, the ethanol content, and the quality of our practices. Later on, other parameters will also influence the quality, like the skills of workers or the blending of jars. We're going to go $40, but the pricing is obviously an important part of the process because we want on Benjamins. But don't be too greedy. We need customers to actually buy our product. Consider the quality price ratio. Let's see. We'll go 35 actually. 35. Yep. Let's bottle it. Oh, it want me to 30, 39. Okay. 39 was really, I guess. Oh. Let's do good value for money. Better selling speed. Okay. And finally, you can name your product. Your first brew. So show your uncle how creative you can be. Name the product. Oh, over here. Ooh. Starshine. Everyone gets the mastery points. Let's bottle it. And I think that's all. We can finish production. Press let's bottle it. Congratulations. Your first batch is done. Now you can archive it. That way you'll be able to recreate it exactly. But for now, let's close this window. We'll have moonshine. Well, having moonshine is all fine and dandy, sure. But having money is even better. Your product has to be delivered to thirsty clients. Luckily, you have just the means for that. Just remember, always be careful when you're making your rounds. Let's check out the delivery window now and finish creating the delivery. This is the only car we have. Cargo. Let's take a look at the car. You don't own one. But you could borrow my old jalopy. In the future, you'll be able to have more cars. You'll see that every car has its own stats. Capacity, speed, durability. For the cargo, let's use the spirit you just prepared it so skillfully too, thanks to yours truly. Go back to the delivery window to finalize the operation. Set the destination. Let's go all the way to the local inn. Try to. Cool. Have to go to the old shack. Okay. Now let's start the delivery and see how it goes. On our good old friend, the map. By the way, you can always take a look at a given hotspot. See how well your dealings are going. Each hotspot has different collect purposes. Try to meet them for optimal dealings. Meanwhile, the alert level shows the risk of a police raid on your stash. Each time you sell something, the risk increases, but more clients means more money. Storage shows you batch you delivered and how well it has sold. You also changes price. Each batch has a weirdness gauge. If it was too high, sales will drop. But if the liquors are sold for some time, the weirdness gauge will decrease with the sale tab. This is a graph with details on transactions, customers, and revenue. There's 200 current customers. Okay. Close it for now. You can see the mission on the top left. Deliver 20 liters of Portman's tequila. Also complete the tutorial. Bid and pin each mission here. This makes it easier. Oh, and there's a mission right there. Poor soul and desperate for help. In the mission log. Which is right here. Mission log. Let's take a look at the mission log. It'll help you keep track of all the missions you're so bravely accepted. They're divided into main story missions and secondary missions. Well, storyline missions and side missions. All your missions, past missions are in the archive. Select local pastor having a difficult time. It's not easy to be the oldest person around. Maybe something to lift his spiritual level, or some spirits to lift him. A drink from agave or corn syrup sounds swell. Seems like we got ourselves a mission to make moonshine with agave syrup and corn syrup. Let's do this. I have some syrups around here. Next time I buy ingredients in the store. Okay. We also get the Daddy Bear recipe, it looks like. Let's head back to the base for a moment. I've already mentioned the different tech and skills that you get to unlock. Since you have some master points, let's check out the technology tree. The tree is divided into two tabs, one for fermentation Yeah, for just like I have the points to unlock all the technologies. I think this one will do for now. Press Mashing Tech. This will give you access to heavy sugars like agave syrup and corn syrup. They're perfect for the mission. Also, the old cauldron unlocks molasses, rice syrup, maple syrup, agave syrup, beer parch syrup, corn syrup, and honey. So we'll unlock it. Yes, for sure. I think the apparatus from our past batch is a little dirty and maybe slightly damaged. We did push it pretty hard. Let's see. Yep, dirty and damaged. Ha, just like, well, never mind. Let's just clean that sucker, and it'll be fine for the next batch. A dirty apparatus is bad for the project. We do want to clean it. Click on the apparatus, clean, and clean it. Next, we need some mashed equipment. To turn the agave and corn syrups into something usable, we'll call this pre-fermentation. The old cauldron. Now that your worker has finished cleaning the other apparatus, you can begin building a new one. Toss doesn't work, sure. That's what you paid for. When the apparatus is ready, place it. So I need to unpause this for just an hour or so. Then clean this. Now we actually craft this. Takes 6 hours. Okay. Be over 2,200. Let's see. I'm going to archive this. Let's see. We need this was completed. So we're we need to place the old cauldron. Well, there's 1 second left, like 1 minute left. So now it's done. Okay. So let's place the old cauldron. Wrong. Here. The old cauldron. Yeah, we want to. It's here. Create a new batch. Now I have a little gift for you. A new recipe. You can pin it so this won't get lost in the process. For managed tequila. Once you're done studying this little beauty, pick it and get started on the next batch. I need birch syrup and corn syrup. And then either maple or corn. Birch syrup, cane sugar, my bad, is in one of those. Okay. Birch syrup, cane sugar. Choose this recipe. Add the agave syrup, corn syrup, yeast, and only apparatuses to start production. Agave syrup, corn syrup, yeast. and 30% ethanol. You look pretty solid. Nope. There we go. 99% match. I like that. That's good. That's good. Set up fermentation. Take a look at the base one last time. Close one. Now, one last word of advice. Beware of the police. Our activities are far from legal. As sad as that is, the top bar shows how interested in you the police are. Right now, 1 out of 4. So they're not very interested in us. Trouble on the road and too many transactions in one hotspot will increase it. If you reach the end of the police alert bar, your base will be raided, and that means game over. We don't want that to happen. And that's it. I'd love finishing on a happy note. I do love finishing on a happy note. Now go and make your Croakle proud. And if you need things, just check the Book of Moonshine to see all the knowledge I can pass on you. And that's all. And what Croakle means is that you know the very basics of moonshine. There's so much more to this specific kind of work. Well, back in your day, people would brush their teeth, voted Nixon, and pray to the moon. How dare you, young lady? And there ain't nothing wrong with respect to the moon. Weans are working in his and shine after all. Either way, I think it'll be best if my little older brother produce some more liquor to hone his skill. I suppose. Okay, we're paused. We have finished the tutorial. So we're going to wrap up this first video right here. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. You can leave comments down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications so you know when a video goes live on the channel. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and goodbye.